For 2 years, the people of Fallujah have been struggling to rebuild. Much of the city was destroyed in 2016 as Iraqi forces battled ISIL fighters. Some residents who lived through the devastation say little has changed.
Electricity and services are so weak in the city. As for the compensation, there is none. Neighbourhoods are almost entirely devastated. My house is completely destroyed, but I haven't received any fair compensation.
That compensation is vital for people who've lost jobs, businesses and homes. They say the money isn't always fairly distributed.
We haven't had fair compensation so far. Our house was destroyed and the entire neighbourhood was levelled to the ground. Compensation is being granted only for those who have ties with the corrupt officials. Those who have no connection are sometimes getting half the compensation they should get.
Fallujah, in the center of Iraq, has been a battleground for decades, suffering some of the highest casualty numbers in the 1991 Gulf War. In 2004, US forces invaded and fought gunmen from control of the city after the fall of Saddam Hussein. By spring 2014, large areas had been seized by ISIL fighters. 2 years later, Fallujah was freed after a long siege by the Iraqi army, but much of it had been destroyed. The local government says it's rebuilding as fast as it can, and that's giving some Iraqis hope for the future.
When we got back to Fallujah after the liberation, we saw so much destruction. We estimated at least 5 years for the total reconstruction of Fallujah. Now we're seeing some sort of efforts to rebuild.
The reconstruction of Fallujah is part of a bigger building program in Iraq, which is being managed from here in Baghdad at the Ministry of Construction and Housing. Budgets are tight, and it's up to the individual cities to manage the money they get.
New projects are needed to improve things after ISIL and also to fix the huge damage that affected the city as a whole. This would require much support from the central government.
But getting the proper compensation would help more people in Fallujah live from day to day. Matheson, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.